Capricorn, and welcome to your October 2016 tarot reading. My name is Nikki. I've already shuffled and meditated over the cards, and laid before you is your monthly spread. Before I begin, I'd like to remind you that this is a general reading for all Capricorns. This is for your sun, your moon, and your rising. So if you're a Capricorn and in any of those areas, this reading is for you. I'd also like to say that if you would like a personal reading, something just for yourself, you can always visit my website. I will have that linked in the description below. I am currently having a fall sale. It started on September 1st and will go clear to December 1st. So be sure to check that out because that's over a 50% discount on the readings. Also, I would like to say that my views have considerably went down compared to in the past. I think it started when Google Plus came into play, and you know, I haven't really messed around with Google Plus a whole lot, but recently I have spruced up my page, so feel free to check that out. I'm hoping to get things turned back around to where my views will go up, and essentially business will go up. So yes, I welcome you to share my videos and on Google Plus or YouTube, however, and hopefully you can help a girl out and I can get some views on some of these videos. Okay, so with that said, I am using a focal card for this month like I did last month from the Wisdom of Avalon, and for the month of October you have got Focus. So let me see if I can bring this forward for you so you can see it a little more clearly. So focus is just that. It's focusing on the present and the now and the situation that is right before you. It's trying to avoid thinking back on the past, you know, the what should'ves, what could'ves, the what ifs, and perhaps even past regrets. You don't want to be dwelling on that stuff at this time in October, and you also don't want to be planning too far ahead because it's just going to be fruitless at this time. Just try to focus on the now and what needs to be done, the situations that are laid before you in the present, and things should work a little better for you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead with your weekly readings for the month of October using the Gilded Tarot. For the first week, you have the Devil in reverse. So this is one card that is very good to see in reverse because this is loosening the bondage that the devil has over you. And by the devil, I mean like temptations and bad habits. These things in our life that we use as like crutches. The things that enable us. And we all have them. But this is being aware of them. Perhaps in the first week you are becoming aware of them, or you're becoming, maybe you've been aware of them, but now is the time where you're like, you know what, I'm going to quit doing this. You've came to a decision and you've had some motivation behind you, and you're like, I'm going to start anew and quit doing whatever this particular thing is. So this is a great card. This is breaking bad habits. This is cutting old things out of your life. And this card can even talk about detachment, you know, about detaching your things or yourself from the things that that would, I guess, weigh us down. And that doesn't necessarily mean, detachment doesn't necessarily mean that you are unfeeling or uncaring. You are just, you know, living on a higher level to where you are not letting it affect you as much. You can see the big picture and all of it. In the second week of October, you have the Three of Swords upright. Now this is heartbreak. This is something that is emotionally hurting you right now. This is, you know, I mean, it can sometimes come as a physical pain, because this is you know, there's no other way of saying it. It's someone breaking your heart, or a situation breaking your heart. You are saddened by something that's going on in this second week. And with the third week, you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Now, I do believe that this is somebody else in your life, Capricorn, because you are an earth symbol. Now, this card could represent some of you. But I think for the majority of you, this is somebody else, and it's most likely a female, or at least a very strong feminine energy, and it's most likely an air sign. So that would be an Aquarius, Gemini, or a Libra. And it's reverse. This person is more emotional than normal. This person is acting out on emotions instead of using their logical minds. And this is somebody that normally is very logical and reasonable. This person may come off cold and unfeeling. They may come off like, you know, they may come off bitchy, or or like they just simply don't care. But, you know, I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think that they are just so emotional right now that this particular person just doesn't know how to handle these emotions. Or this is the type of person, an air sign, that doesn't like to necessarily show their emotions. So that's why they're coming off so cold and unfeeling to everyone else. But this person is close to you. That's why they're showing up in your reading. They're affecting your life at this time. This may be your wife. This could be an older sibling, or you know, a mother figure, something like that. And it's really, and I believe that, you know, the second week card and the third week card are very much connected. They may not be, but I think for most of you, they are the same situation. You know, there's some kind of situation that is emotionally painful, and, you know, perhaps you're dealing with it better than this other person is in this third week. Now, if this card is representing yourself, then it's you who are having the difficulty dealing with it, and you're coming off like you just don't care, but in fact you care very much. You're just very deeply hurt, and you don't want the whole world to see that. In the last week of October, you have the Eight of Cups. This is about walking away from a situation that is no longer working for you. This is and this is usually a very positive thing. It could be kind of neutral, though. It really just depends on the situation. You know, this could be anything from you, you know, starting a new venture in your life, whether a physical adventure is on the way, or some kind of mental decision that you're going to start anew in a certain area of your life. This could be extracting people or things or situations from your life, and it kind of ties in with the first card, with the Devil in reverse, with letting go of temptations and bad habits and addictions and things like that. But this could also be walking away from something that you shouldn't walk away from. You know, you see the cups, and they're all tumbled over, and they're kind of a mess. So things are kind of a mess. So you're leaving a mess behind. But you need to ask yourself, did I help create this mess? Am I responsible for this mess? Because if you are, then perhaps you should stay and help clean up the mess, you know, make things right before you go off. Are you leaving responsibility behind? Because that's something that you don't want to do. Now, if that's not the case, then perhaps you do need to leave. You know, sometimes we need to leave messes behind because they're not our messes. You know, sometimes we need to let people deal with their own messes and just get out of there. But it really just depends on the situation. So you need to ask yourself about the situation that you are trying to leave behind, and whether you have responsibilities here to stay and clean it up. Because if so, then this is not the time to walk away. But if it is someone else's mess and it doesn't suit your life anymore, then yes, it would be best just to move on. So yeah, that is your reading for October of 2016, Capricorn. I hope that you found it helpful. If you did, please push that like button. Share these videos. Hopefully I can get my views up, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because I do this every month, and like always, I look forward to talking to you again next month. Bye-bye.